New on Curiosity Stream. Deformed trees, mutated wildlife, and no humans for miles. 10 years after the disaster at Fukushima, see what this irradiated ecosystem can teach us about nuclear fallout on Radioactive Forest. Plus, looking for the most diverse marine life on the planet? Dive into the Coral Triangle and experience a frenzy of wildlife you've got to see to believe on nature's greatest secret. It's all on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
Are you thinking about selling your home? With Orchard, you can skip the typical hassles of listing a home and go straight to getting an all-cash offer. It's simple. Once Orchard determines your home value, they make you a cash offer. That's a guaranteed cash amount you get for your home to put towards something else. A new project, a down payment, anything. Then, when your home sells for more than Orchard paid you for it, you get to keep all the profit. And Orchard has a near-perfect track record with winning customers that extra money. In today's competitive market, with so many real estate companies trying to lowball you, only Orchard pays you all cash and the upside when your old home sells for more. Maximize your earnings and minimize the stress of selling your home with Orchard. Visit Orchard.com to see how you can get an all-cash offer. Orchard, it's the new way to home.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. This is a very timely story, Steve.
Why is that? Why is that?
Because it's about turning back the clocks.
Oh, were we supposed to do that?
Yeah, we were. Hey, can you give me a little audio on my box here? My little whatever. That's got to be up. There we go. How's that? There we go.
There you go. Your button wasn't pushed. Yeah, we got it. Turn my headphones up.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. Because it involves turning back the clocks. There we go.
Now look at that. Yeah.
Now we're back on track.
All right. See, if we didn't have to turn back the clocks, this would have never happened.
See, that's right. Oh, yeah, time travel. Don't get into it. So, yeah, there's a new survey, and this is what really is, if this is really true, I don't know why we still do this, because this is chronological apartheid, if that's the case, because only 7% of us, according to this survey, really want to do the back and forth thing with the clocks, which means, 93% of us go, let's not do it anymore.
Or 93% of us are like, just leave me alone. I don't feel like answering these questions.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
I know 100% of Steve feels that way.
Yeah. Someone called me. I was like, hey, we would like to ask you some question. Click.
Yeah. I know I feel that way.
Yeah.
I really do, because yesterday was a gorgeous day and I had plans to go out. I timed it. I'm like, after the Hawks game is over, I'm going to go out and take a walk.
Good luck to you.
Enjoy the sunshine. Yeah. And then I was like, oh, no, I forgot. And all of a sudden, I'm like, wow, it is getting, oh, right, the clocks.
Dude, I know we had to readjust our whole walking pattern. I know a lot of people were worried about that, because usually we'll go for a walk after dinner, whenever it's a day it's not raining or too cold. And now it's like, okay, we got to make it happen in the afternoon, because we're not going to get that opportunity anymore because it's stupid daylight savings time.
So you may wonder, okay, like I did, how is it if that's really true? If it's really true that only 9% of us want this, or 7% of us want it to stay, why hasn't it been changed? Well, because you got to make a choice. Do you want daylight savings time or do you want standard time? And that's where we're having a problem.
Oh, so we don't know what we want.
Yeah.
I don't even know what we would. I don't even know what to do. I just wake up and my phone tells me what time it is and I plan accordingly.
Well, you know what? Good for you. That's how you live life.
Thank God, man.
Yeah. That's what you're supposed to do, really.
I gotta pull my phone out and go to the stove and be like, okay, how do I fix this?
Yeah.
Let's see. Where are we going?
See, the phone is really all you need to pray to. That's it. Pray to your phone. It'll take care of you.
That and the Xfinity, man. They changed the time for me as well. It's like, it's so nice.
See the Xfinity? You know what? They're in cahoots with the phone company.
Clearly, man.
Yeah.
Cahoots.
Yeah, 66% of people say they'd like to get rid of daylight savings time. So just don't change the clocks. But half of us, which I don't understand, how is it that 66% say they want to get rid of one of them and 50% say they want to get rid of the other one? That my math doesn't, I don't know how that works out.
Man, I think there's a lot of people that are undecided, or some people maybe vote for both.
Yeah, maybe it's one of those like little checkbox where you can select more than one.
You shouldn't be allowed to vote for both when it's like, two answers that you do one or do the other. You can't do both.
It's like if they're wrestling fans, clearly, because you have the fans that go, let's go Cena, and then the other ones go, Cena sucks, and it's the same person chanting both. And you're like, well, you got to pick one or the other.
Yeah, maybe they just like to chant. Maybe they just like to fill in the box.
That's true. They like John Cena, and they like daylight savings time.
Look, I don't want to
see it coming.
I don't want to say anything disparaging about wrestling fans, but do they think by saying let's go Cena, they think let's go get him out of here? That's why he sucks? Is it possible they think it means the same thing? I don't know. Do these people think that the standard time is actually savings time?
No,
I don't know.
I'm only basing my reference of the intelligence of wrestling fans on myself,
and?
So I'm going to tell you that wrestling fans aren't very bright.
Okay.
I just want the one where the sun is out later. So just give me that.
Yeah.
I just want to be able to enjoy some walks later on in the day.
Yeah, and
I don't care if it gets.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's dark in the mornings. That doesn't bother me because it's always dark for us.
Unless you're a morning person, maybe you'd be pissed off that, when you normally get up and it's nice and sunny and you see the sunrise, you don't get to see that if, in fact, we keep it the way it is.
Well, it's eventually going to come up, so just shut up. And
Wow. All right.
a little patience, buddy.
We know what side you're on. There's probably another guy.
I don't know what side I'm on. I'm on the side that gets the sun later.
Another guy will go, hey, Steve, you know what? Eventually the sun goes down. You got to plan for it, so just plan for it earlier.
Fair. Cena sucks.
Let's go, Cena.
Damn it.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I just feel like I want the time back that I had spending reading that story because I learned nothing.
So it says, we are in standard time now. This is the correct time.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right.
So it says, we're back on standard time. Get rid of daylight savings, and it'll be dark earlier, sooner in the year.
So do we? But we don't want that.
Yeah, we don't.
I don't know what we want, Rev.
No, we don't want that. We don't want standard time. We want it to be lighter a little later. Because we get out of work and we like to enjoy some nice sunshine when we get out of work a little bit, I think. Until of course, the winter. Yeah.
Yep.
But see, that guy's a morning person.
Or he just wants things to be standard.
Yeah? Well, sorry, buddy. Standard size doesn't fit all. I want to be savings. I'm going to get a big S on my chest. And he'll get one.
You're going to get a big ass on your chest?
Yes, I'm gonna get a big ass on my chest.
What kind of weekend did you have?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
All right, well, that may not have made you feel good, but we actually do have a feel-good story for you. Could be the feel-good story of the year. Why? Well, because it involves Halloween and mac and cheese. So it's starting off good. Steve will tell you all about this. He's got the Miggs Report for you at 6:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Miggs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
Well informed on the issues of the day? Not this guy.
New on Curiosity Stream. Can we prevent cancer? Explore how our diets, lifestyle, environments, and even technology can possibly prevent this deadly disease on how not to get cancer. And the Boston Marathon. From glory to tragedy to rebirth, the long-distance race by which all others are measured. Narrated by Matt Damon, it's the trailblazing documentary Boston. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
Imagine if you could sell your home and get paid twice. With Orchard, you can. It's simple. Orchard makes you a cash offer on your home. If you accept it, here's your cash. Really? Then Orchard handles everything from there. Painting, repairing, listing, and showing your home. When it sells for more than Orchard paid you for it, you get to keep the profit. And Orchard has a near-perfect track record with winning customers that extra money. In today's competitive market, with so many real estate companies trying to lowball you, only Orchard pays you the upside when your old home sells for more. Ready to get paid twice for selling your home? Learn how at Orchard.com. It's the new way to home.
Running a business comes with pressure. Remote workforces, HR compliance, retaining top talent. You start to feel boxed in. Fortunately, there's Insperity. They put 30-plus years of HR service and technology to work, offering my employees competitive benefit options while lightening my HR load. Instead of obstacles, I'm surrounded by people empowered to be their best. With Insperity, nothing seems impossible. Insperity, HR that makes a difference.
Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Miggs Report.
Well, thanks, you guys. And it's a very special day today. I'm going to give you guys a hint, and you have to guess what day you think it is.
Oh, I can't stand it. Gotta eat cookie now.
All right.
I love National
tough.
Apple Day.
National Apple Day. Close.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Rev.
National Cookie Day?
Close.
Wrong.
Damn. Vicky.
National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day.
No.
Wrong.
Joe.
National Cookie Monster Day?
Close. It's National Deviled Egg Day. I'm kidding. No, it's
Bing, bing, bing.
You are correct. It's National Cookie Monster Day, a day to celebrate the Cookie Monster.
Really? There's a National Cookie Monster Day?
And today is that day.
Sweet. So I ask this every year, like I still can't believe that they have a day for him.
Cookie Monster?
I mean, I am very surprised that he has his own day.
Well, I mean, he's very popular. Everybody loves him and loves cookies.
Wow. Over everybody else that's on the Muppets. Is there a National Big Bird Day? A National Snuffleupagus Day?
You know, when those days come, I'll know. I don't know.
Does Elmo have a day? I thought Elmo was the man.
You would think. A fun fact about the Cookie Monster, when he first appeared on Sesame Street, his role was undefined and he didn't have a name. But by the second season, he came into his own and became one of the most popular characters on the show.
Oh. Yeah.
That's right. There you go. It is actual National Deviled Egg Day as well today.
Oh,
so
that's the day.
Either enjoy yourself a Cookie Monster or enjoy yourself a deviled egg. There's no deviled egg character on Sesame Street.
I've got my appetizer and my dessert planned.
There you go. Now you just got to come up with a meal.
Yeah.
And you're good to go.
Maybe a little fricasseed Cookie Monster. Let's get that done.
I don't know what that was, but you better watch your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
All right, we got to talk about mac and cheese. And no, not the mac and cheese that your son Joe makes, but the mac and cheese made by Kraft. Mm-hmm. This is a great story about a kid that's just awesome. He's 7 years old. His name is Blake Momfer, and he went viral this week because he made a custom mac and cheese costume. His family helped him make it. It fit over his wheelchair because he suffers from, spinal bifida. Sorry.
Yes.
Thank you. Spinal bifida. And he is in a wheelchair. So they always come up with every year a creative costume for him. This year he was just a giant Kraft mac and cheese costume. Vicky, if you can pull it up, I think it's pretty funny.
Oh, that's great.
And Kraft found out about it and hooked him up with mac and cheese for the entire year.
That's what I'm talking about.
They also got a bunch of football players because he loves Ohio State, the Buckeyes. So they got some of their former players, some guys that are playing for the Giants, other guys that are playing for, I think, the Packers, and other teams as well to call him up and congratulate him on such a cool costume. I mean, the costume's great. It looks like he's just got the giant can and then all these little giant-sized mac and cheese noodles.
Yeah, and he's got a yellow shirt on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's really cool.
Just seems like an awesome kid, and they hooked him up. Also, they're going to give him a pair of tickets to go check out an Ohio State game next year, which will be the first time that his family's ever gone to see a game. So that's pretty awesome since he's such a big fan of the team. And they're donating $10,000 to Nationwide Children's Hospital in Blake's name to help out kids as well. So a fun costume turned out to do all this awesome stuff, and I just thought that was a pretty sweet story.
Yeah.
And this isn't the first time that he's gone viral. Back in 2018, a lot of people saw pictures of him where he was dressed as a school bus, and that was made by his grandpa.
Oh, I think I remember that. Yeah.
And also he was in the news earlier this year, a few months ago, because he walked across the stage to receive his preschool graduation certificate, which was the first time that his classmates saw him walk. This kid's just a walking inspiration, or, I mean, in a wheelchair as well.
Yeah.
An inspiration for
in that
everybody.
moment, he was definitely a walking inspiration, and he's got to be called Halloween Kid. Because he's got the greatest outfit.
But now there's a lot of pressure on him for next year.
Hey, look, man, challenge is a good thing. You know, if you're going to be Halloween Kid, deliver.
Okay. Wow. So we go from this incredible story of an inspiring 7-year-old to then a story about 3 idiots. The fire department in the UK got a call from someone on a Friday night and said, hey, we have a problem. There's 3 guys. They're in their late teens, and they're stuck inside the dryer.
Well, of course they are.
Yes, they tried to wedge all of themselves in the dryer. All 3 of them tried to get into the dryer. Did not work out well for them. The firefighters had to cut apart the dryer to free them. Fortunately, they're okay. At least physically.
Yeah. That is...
you think alcohol was involved?
Well, if they're teens, it's probably just stupidity. Who hasn't done something dumb like that?
Alcohol and or stupidity.
Yeah, they're a good combo.
Hey, how about them Seahawks yesterday? Russell Wilson, 4 more touchdown passes.
I don't know. What?
2 of them to DK Metcalf. Also, DJ Dallas. I think he was the only running back that they had on the team, and he played really well.
I heard they called you and asked you to be a backup.
I was busy, though. I was, with baby Tatum. I was trying to help her out. She just got a walker thing, so I felt like it would have been rude for me to suit up and play for the Seahawks.
That's a good point.
So
you're a good father.
So I called my friend DJ Dallas and said, hey, man, can you fill in for me? And he did really good. Had a couple of touchdowns. But the Seahawks, 37-27 win over the 49ers. 37 points against a team that was considered a top 5 defensive team that would only hold teams to about 19 points per game. Granted, they had a lot of injuries, but also the Seahawks did as well.
Yeah, I don't know how many. I can't remember how many injuries they had on defense. I know they had some offensive injuries, but I imagine they must have had some defensive injuries because they did not look like a top 5 defense.
And, I mean, some people are probably if you're a 49ers fan, maybe we're hoping that Garoppolo would have taken himself out of the game a lot sooner, because that Nick Mullins guy, he looked pretty damn good. 3 touchdown drives in the fourth quarter alone to make the game more of a game, that's for sure. But here's Pete Carroll talking about the Seahawks dealing with some injuries and pulling out the big W.
Really great day today for us. I was really fired up about this game. The way we entered this game, if you take a look at our inactive list today, you see all the guys that couldn't play and guys that had to step up and play first-class football, and then the guys did it and came through in such a big way. Really fired up to be 6-1, coming back after a loss and coming back and finding good football. We're this much from being, from having them all right now, so we know that, and we just got to keep getting better.
Yeah, he's still a little pissed off about that Cardinals game.
Yeah, I mean, because that easily could have been a win. So yeah. I mean, really, they are they're almost perfect. They really are,
which is incredible with all the problems they've had on defense. But you got to give a shout out to their defense yesterday, especially Bobby Wagner just stepped up huge, looked great out there. I mean, and the entire team, they were putting pressure on the quarterback, which was nice to see. And then they still have guys like Jamal Adams and Dunbar now joining the team for the next game, so that's a pretty good thing. And the next game is going to be a big one against the Buffalo Bills, who are playing very well. And that's going to be in Buffalo. They just beat the Patriots 24-21. The Patriots 2-5. Joe, have fun with that. But the Seattle and the Bills, it's a battle of 6-win teams. Yeah, because the Bills are 6-2, Seahawks are 6-1. So we'll see.
That's going to be a good game. I feel a lot better about that game now after what I saw yesterday.
Yeah,
I feel a lot better about that game. I think Buffalo's we're going to have our work cut out, but they're also going to have their work cut out for them too.
I mean, hopefully we'll have the DK Metcalf show again, because that was just awesome to watch yesterday. I mean, the guy had 102 yards receiving in just the first half alone, finished the game with a career high 12 catches and 161 yards receiving. And here's Russell Wilson talking about his wide receiver.
I think I'm amazed every day by him, just by his consistency, by his mentality, by his want to. He's a special player, a special person, a teammate too as well. He really cares. And when you see guys make amazing plays like the ones he's made, I don't think there's anybody better in terms of what he can do and how he's done it. And he's only in his second year. He's only 22. So, I'm looking forward to playing a lot of years with him. He's really special.
Yeah, hopefully it's going to be many, many, many years.
What I really find impressive, because I didn't know this because I wasn't paying attention to DJ Dallas, but I didn't realize he was a former wide receiver, which, being able to throw the ball to a running back, I mean, knowing that they're used to catching it more so than maybe the average running back, that's a double threat right there. I was very surprised to see that he was a converted wide receiver.
Hey, a nice little touchdown pass, you received. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's what I like about this idea is that, if this dude can run and he knows how to catch a ball because he used to. I like that.
And I know a lot of people are worried, like, what the hell is Russell Wilson going to do after he wins? Typically, he goes to the Met to enjoy a dinner.
Oh, that's right.
But, things have changed in this world that we're living in these days. But I saw on his Twitter page yesterday that he stopped by the Met to get curbside pickup.
Oh, nice.
That's the most important part of the game, of course.
Oh, yeah, you got to go to the Met.
Hey, big thanks to the Miami Dolphins beating the Rams yesterday. Big upset, 28-17. Other games that happened yesterday, you got the Sunday Night Football. The Eagles beat the Cowboys. Eagles beat them 23-9. The Eagles are now in first place with a 3-4 record. Steelers are still unbeaten. They beat Baltimore 28-24.
So they're looking like they're as good as they looked.
And tonight you got Monday Night Football. You have Tampa Bay taking on the Giants. Tampa Bay's 5-2. Giants 1-6.
Has anybody put the cart before the horse like I have already?
With what?
With the fact that
the Giants are not going to win another game this season.
No, not the Giants. What we referred to previously is like, look, we've got to get there, but could it be another rematch?
Oh, Seahawks and Steelers.
Yeah,
wouldn't that be something?
And Roethlisberger would be there, which again, I would love to get revenge. Again, I'm going way ahead of everything. We got a long way to go, but I would love to get get revenge on Roethlisberger. And
wow,
I really
revenge! 15 years in the making.
Yes,
right?
I would love. You don't know how much I would love to just basically go. We will come back, and this should be this. And as far as I'm concerned, we'll be the second Super Bowl we beat you, buddy.
And if that happens, of course, this is all make-em-ups.
Yes.
But if it does happen, can they sign Matt Hasselbeck to be the backup quarterback to Russell Wilson?
Oh, they have to.
So if the game's being blown out, no different than when they had, what was Jackson, when they had him, Tavares Jackson, coming at the end of the Super Bowl to get a couple of tosses in because the game was over.
They got to do that.
It'd be final closure. They could bring back all the players from 2005.
Is Rudy still alive? Let's get him out there too.
Big Walt.
Let's get everybody.
Just throw them all out there.
Yeah, exactly.
If we're playing make-em-ups, why not?
Well, then they all get a ring. They finally all get that Super Bowl ring. That's what I'm going to say.
And as far as weather, we've got 63 degrees. It's going to be sunny. We'll talk more about the Seahawks with, of course, Mitch Levy today with Mitch Unfiltered. That's going to be at 7:17 this morning to go on about that, and that's what's up.
It's good. We weren't going to let him on today if they lost again.
I was about ready to say lose his number.
Yeah, 2-loss policy. It's like, okay, 2 in a row, you're out.
Yep.
So
segment's canceled.
Mitch is lucky he's back. The segment is still alive.
Harsh.
Oh, hey, look.
It's nothing against him. We love Mitch.
Yeah, we love Mitch, but we just, you know what? We can't have any bad juju. We're superstitious people,
Did you get it all nervous when the game first went? They did not look in the first drive. So you're just like, oh boy, this is going to be a really rough game, isn't it? And then it just everything opened up in the second quarter. Yeah, I was
very surprised that they made whatever adjustment happen so quick, and like you said. And now I feel good about our chances because I just didn't know what to make of San Francisco, and I didn't know what to make of L.A., and I also didn't know what to make of the Cardinals. And the Cardinals are the surprise to me because they look like they might be the toughest team that we have to face in our division.
Yeah, but who'd they beat yesterday?
Nobody.
That's right.
Yeah.
Granted, they didn't play.
Oh, there is. Yeah, that's right.
And one texter said Eagles are 3-4-1. Show some respect for the timing.
Yeah.
You're right, and I'm sorry. My bad.
I think we got to play them this year, too, the Eagles. I think they're on our schedule, so they'll be fighting for the top spot. So.
That's end of this month on the 30th.
So, the Eagles are, we got to be careful with them because they are fighting for the top spot. It doesn't matter what your record is. It matters that you win your division, and then anything can happen. Anything can happen on any given Sunday.
And that's a Monday Night Football game there, boys.
Yeah. Is that Philly? Are we in Philly?
We are in Philly.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Do they let their miserable fans go to the games?
Oh, jeez.
That is a really good question.
It doesn't matter. The piped-in sounds will still boo them.
That's true. I think that should be a thing like that. Philadelphia's like, look, good news. We're allowing fans to come into the game now, but you can't be miserable. And then still nobody can go.
Wow. Yeah, exactly. On Friday, Steve, he did get this one right.
What would a sommelier recommend to you?
Places to check out in Somalia.
No.
That's a good call.
Wine.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Nice going. I wasn't sure you were going to get that, but you.
Cultured individual.
Wow. Oh, sorry.
You know what? I think there's something wrong with my headphones.
Cultured.
That can't. You want a shot at being Mr. Culture? Okay, you got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs at 647 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. What's the difference between filing for bankruptcy and credit counseling?
Credit counseling is a useful process in some circumstances, but it does show up on your credit. In fact, from a credit scoring standpoint, credit counseling shows up just like a bankruptcy, so it's going to affect your credit as negatively as filing bankruptcy. In credit counseling, the idea is that a credit counselor works with your creditors on your behalf to try to lower interest rates or work out payment plans with your creditors to pay back your debt over time. In credit counseling, you almost always pay back 100% of the debt, sometimes at lower interest. And of course, some creditors will participate in that process and some won't. So you're usually left with kind of a mixed result with credit counseling and, of course, a high payment.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. Thanks for listening.
New on Curiosity Stream. Deformed trees, mutated wildlife, and no humans for miles. 10 years after the disaster at Fukushima, see what this irradiated ecosystem can teach us about nuclear fallout on Radioactive Forest. Plus, looking for the most diverse marine life on the planet? Dive into the Coral Triangle and experience a frenzy of wildlife you've got to see to believe on nature's greatest secret. It's all on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit CuriosityStream.com.
Are you thinking about selling your home? With Orchard, you can skip the typical hassles of listing a home and go straight to getting an all-cash offer. It's simple. Once Orchard determines your home value, they make you a cash offer. That's a guaranteed cash amount you get for your home to put towards something else. A new project, a down payment, anything. Then, when your home sells for more than Orchard paid you for it, you get to keep all the profit. And Orchard has a near-perfect track record with winning customers that extra money. In today's competitive market, with so many real estate companies trying to lowball you, only Orchard pays you all cash and the upside when your old home sells for more. Maximize your earnings and minimize the stress of selling your home with Orchard. Visit Orchard.com to see how you can get an all-cash offer. Orchard, it's the new way to home.